I'm glad you guys like my intro, and if you're still here, clearly you want to learn more about planters. So in my collection, I stick to blacks, concrete, brass-ish gold, and white. And the reason I do that is because I feel like these four colors are pretty neutral, and then if I want to pop, pop some color somewhere around it, I can definitely do that without having to change the planters out. I'm not one of those people who go and get like colored planters, and it's because what if I don't like the planter anymore, but the plant really likes that area? I don't want to commit to it. But there's two things you can do to counteract that, and so I'll get right into it. So in my planters, I do not plant the plant right into the planter. I know a lot of hobbyists do that. The reason I don't do that is because if I don't want that planter there anymore, then I want to be able to just like take the plant out, put it somewhere else, and then put a new plant in there. So what I do is in my planters, I have, I forget what you call these, but they're for the plants to catch the water. So I put those inside of here, and then, because you guys saw that whole thing. So I put the, whatever you call this, I should know because I have so many of them. I put them right inside of the planter, and then I put the plant on it. Now this helps because I can just change out the planters whenever I want to, and the plant doesn't have to be committed to that pot. I'm one of those people who can't. I do not like doing that. It just like irks me. So sometimes, your plant is gonna get pretty big. So another thing I do, if I really need it to put in a planter, I go to the 99-cent store and I get one of these. So the dollar store has these self-watering planters, and they're really cool because like inside of it has like a water reservoir. So if you're on vacation or your plant just needs some more water, or you just slipped your mind, your plant won't go dry. So I totally recommend these, and these are 99 cents. If you go to like Home Depot or so, it's probably like $4 or $5 for one of these, but yeah, these are pretty sturdy. So what I do is I put my plant in it, and then I will sit my plant inside of another planter. I like it. Again, it's versatile. If I want to change the planter out, I can definitely do that, and whenever I need to repot the plant, then I can just, if something goes wrong and this planter, like I have to break it, it won't break my heart to get rid of a 99-cent planter, but it will break my heart to break a concrete one. And so for my bigger, these are called saucers, okay guys, saucers. So for my, I have deep saucers and I have like really shallow ones. I put the saucers inside of the planter and just like arrange the plant around it. And so again, I can clean it out and reuse it. Where are some of the places that I like buying planters from? I will tell you this if you're sleeping. Well, let me tell you this first. The best time of the year to buy the planters will be during like spring season. Come January through about like April, you can get some really good planters. Marshall's has amazing planters. I guess I'll just name them and then you can see the planters that I bought from them. So Marshall's has really good planters. I only purchased one, which is like a hanging brass planter that I really, really like. That planter was only $10. The thing is, when you go to Marshall's and like Ross and stuff, you can get like these really huge planters for super cheap, versus if you go to like more of a boutique shop, then you can get that same planter, but it's 3 times as much. So if you are first into your plant journey and getting a planter, I suggest, going to a place kind of like, Marshall's. So another place to buy planters, and if you want something that's like kind of cheap and you're okay with that, like you are okay with that, I would suggest Walmart. So I personally don't go into Walmart too much, and I only go to Walmart when I really, really have to. Sometimes Walmart, and another reason I really don't go to Walmart too much is I don't like it. I really don't like going to Walmart, but it's also because their plant section is not good. But I did find a couple of cool things from Walmart. One of them was a hanging planter that was plastic, and it looks stucco. So I picked it up, and that was about, I think, like $16. And the one for Marshall's was $10, and had I gone to Marshall's first, I probably would have never purchased it from Walmart, I will be quite honest. But I do like how it looks. It's the stucco look, and it's again a very neutral color, so I can, you know, change it. Another one is a marble planter. It looks marble, but it's really plastic, that I purchased from Walmart. I think it was designed by Better Homes and Garden or something like that, and I put my Enjoy plant in it, and it looks really cool. It really looks like marble, so I do enjoy that planter. Another place to go and get planters is Target. Now Target has, I don't know what's been going on, but their plant game is like up there with the best of them. Some of my favorite planters have come from Target, and they're not cheap at all. And I mean, when I say they're not cheap, they're like, I always get mine on sale, I'm gonna be honest. Like, all of my planters except for the ones at Walmart were on sale. I will tell you the original price and then the price I personally paid for. Yeah, but I guess full price from Target, you'll spend about between, like, I would say like $14 and like even up to like $100 for a planter at Walmart. But those are for those like really tall like ones with the stands and stuff like that. But they have a lot of but most of their planters fall around like the $30 range. There's one planter I did pay full price for from Walmart, and it's this gold mid-century one that I have. I really like it. It looks absolutely beautiful. I love like the brassness of it, and I love how it looks like it was kind of hammered in. And again, that's another part of my style. I love things that are hammered, that are not perfect, that like have chips and stuff in it, because it shows like worn and, you know, all that fun stuff. If I really want cheap ones, and I should have led with this, is the terracotta pots. I personally do not like the terracotta pots. They're really cheap if that's what you're looking for, and a lot of people like that type of look. The reason I don't like the terracotta pots is that I believe it's pronounced petunia, but you know what I'm saying. Like on the outer pot, a lot of buildup is there, and it's like minerals or like toxicities that the plant pushes out, which is really healthy for the plant, because now you know that your plant is really clean. But I don't like the look of it. Like sometimes it looks cool, but sometimes it doesn't, and I try to use like really clean water so I can avoid getting that. And in some instances, I guess it depends on in your house, in your personal style, if you like that. For my style, I do not like that. But it is pretty healthy for the plants, I'll be honest. And the terracotta pots, I have a love-hate relationship with them. I personally love plastic pots, and that's because if I water my plant, the water won't evaporate, because I have a tendency to really underwater and just like neglect my plants. And so if I have a plastic pot, that means the water staying in there, versus a terracotta pot, you need to stay on top of that because the water will evaporate because it's very porous. So if you're a person who tends to overwater your plants, I would suggest getting a terracotta, but if you're a person who underwaters, then I believe plastic would be best for you. Other places that I get my planters from are Pier 1. If you're not going to Pier 1, you are really sleeping on a store. Right now, if you're watching this, and the sale is probably over right now, Pier 1 is having a massive sale. They're cleaning out their inventory, and a lot of the planters that I purchased, I got them between about $12 to about $2, believe it or not. So if you know how to shop, Pier 1 is one of those places for you to go. So I purchased this very beautiful hexagonal looking planter from Pier 1. It's concrete. It's supposed to sit up, but I believe I'm going to lay it on its side. So I'll put some succulents in it so it can fall down in it. I purchased a number of these concrete ones where they're in cube shape, and they have these beautiful brass feet. Those cost me between $12 and $14, or I'm sorry, $12 and $8, and they are pretty freaking massive. It's as big as my head, so I don't want it to make it look small. And the thing is, a lot of these planters are actually pretty big, so I'll try to use my head for scale, but I probably won't do it too often. But yeah, and it's really heavy. You have to always be looking out for a sale too, and so I have the smaller version of it as well. Another thing I do with like planters, especially with this Pier 1, the first one I showed you, it's pretty deep. So what I do, because I have extra planters around, I'll put an empty planter on it and then a saucer and then the plant on top of it. And that's so it can give it a little bit of height because it is a really deep planter. And I have this white one from Pier 1 too that I love, that I'm gonna put my more shallow plants in, put the saucer, and then they can all hang out together and have a little, you know, party. Another good place to get planters, and these little black ones, these are super cute too. I got these from Pier 1. These were about $3. Again, I got it on sale on clearance. If they're still there, I have no idea, but I suggest that you do get them. Another place to get really good planters is Wal-Mart. Wal-Mart is totally my style. It has a lot of the neutrals, the brass, the glass, and I actually got my propagation station from Wal-Mart too, but I don't have it. Like, it's still boxed up because I didn't move. But Wal-Mart has these very beautiful brass planters that I believe like everyone should have if you're into that. Another place to get really good planters that are super cheap is AtHome. I purchased this beautiful white, again, very hexagonal planter from AtHome that is stunning, and I got it for 12 bucks. And I got a smaller concrete one. It's concrete and then has like gold on the base. And that one was about, I want to say like $8 or $9, so it wasn't overly expensive. So yeah, these are some of the places that I buy planters from. I know what a lot of enthusiasts do as well. The ones that do use their planters as the actual pot, what they'll do is they'll get a drill and I guess this one was $11, my bad. So they'll get a drill and they'll drill the bottom of it. But again, I personally do not do that because I leave my plants in either their nursery pot or one of, you know, the 99-cent store ones. And I just take them out and water them. And I also like clean my plants outside once a week just so they can get just a little bit more vitamin D. Does it help? I don't know, but I personally like doing it and they seem to respond well to it. But yeah, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me and letting me talk about, you know, some of these planters. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up below. And be sure to follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Urban Jungle Home and all that fun stuff. And I know this is my boudoir channel, so let me know in the comment section below if you believe I should separate the channels. Alright guys, peace out. Y'all have a great day, and I guess I'll try to upload soon. I don't know when. Alright, bye.